Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. Be seen on WHPR Detroit Live, Comcast Cable Channel 91, on the web at TV33WHPR.com, with the TV33 app, on Roku, Google TV, Apple TV, and on Amazon Fire TV. Act now. Time slots are limited. Sign up today and get a free replay with the purchase of your time slot. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton.
And I am Thabiti Mpinda.
Inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback,
A positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback. Happy Monday to all of you who have tuned in right here at WHPR, WHPS, and 160 Victor Street. And I want you to know that Hood Research has a Facebook page, website, and we ask you to follow us on Twitter. Yeah, absolutely. The telephone number is area code 248-234-2371. Again, that's 248-234-2371. I'm Theo Broughton, co-founder of Hood Research, and my co-host today is Mark Cummings, right?
That's me. How's
Yeah.
everybody doing out there?
Anybody you want to say good morning to, a shout out or
Oh,
anything?
man. You know, I'm going to shout out Mr. Brother Benjamin Calhoun and Brother Calvin Mann from Good Fathers Only. It was a beautiful post on Father's Day. Brother Benjamin Calhoun had his Good Father Only shirt on. And I give it to you. He gave it to me 8 years ago. He still got it, rocking it hard. He had a big family reunion. And it was a beautiful thing. So, you know, we got to get Calvin Mann down here, too.
Right.
With Good Fathers Only to speak about what he's doing with the kids. He got to encourage me. I'm young. They did a piece on him on Channel 7 over there. Because they doing a lot of good things for the community. And that's a brother I've been friends with now for at least 20 years almost. So there's a lot of men out there, folks, doing great things. And to all of them that miss, happy belated Father's Day.
That's right.
Because it was love flowing, and that's what all it's about, baby. We got to show the love to the men just as much as we show to the women, because
That's right.
we
And
all
then-
in this together.
And then both men and women in our community need to realize that propaganda is used to brainwash you. Propaganda is used to brainwash you, to make you believe that there are not good black men, good black fathers, good black husbands, so that you will turn and walk away and be like that woman, what's her name, the Stallion. I don't need no pimp to pimp my stuff. I can sell my own stuff between my legs.
Is that
No,
what
the
she
dumb
said?
bro.
Lord have
Yes, and the Grammys had nerve to give her an award.
Ooh, Lord.
That's propaganda, trying to make black women believe that they just need to hump each other on the bed. That's what she was doing. Primetime TV.
Yeah,
Primetime TV. And the NAACP about as useless as a box of rocks. And they turned around and gave an award too. I'm like, oh, Lord, help
But that's okay, because Hood Research sent a letter
Yes.
to the folks
Yes, we
that
did.
put out these Grammys and let them know we do not condone
Absolutely
this
not.
type of behavior.
No. And we want you to pay attention to what's going on in our community. And you know, I said this on a Saturday, and I want to say, hey to Gladys. Gladys was listening last night.
All right.
And, you know, Motown Motown did a lot more for us than we realized. The entertainers, staff, and all of the people at Motown were ambassadors for the black community.
That's right.
For all of us. They went around the world
That's right.
entertaining. They went around the world looking good.
That's right.
They went around the world because of the work of a woman whose name I must lift up, and that is Maxine Powell. Maxine Powell was hired to teach everybody at Motown how to talk, how to walk, how to dress. Make sure that your shoes are not running over, that your shoes are shined, that your clothes are clean and pressed, and that your no hair is out of place.
Wow.
And as they went around the world, around this planet, entertaining, they were also ambassadors for the black community.
That's right.
Isn't that something?
That's right.
They were representing us, whether they knew it or not. They were ambassadors for the black community. And because of that, we gained respect as a race of people. We gained respect. So, guess what? Systemic racism said, wait a minute, what's going on? We can't have that. We can't have them going around being ambassadors and making the rest of the world have respect. So what are we going to do? Well, next thing you know, they started looking. You know, the boys in the hood were selling their CDs out of the trunks of their cars, and they were doing good, too. They say, hey, tapped them on the shoulder. Guess what? You don't have to do that. We will produce your records for you, your CDs, your videos. We ask only one thing. What's that, Mr. Systemic Racism? Well, the one thing we ask is that you make them as nasty as you can, as vulgar as you can. And then, you know that word that rhymes with bigger. You know that word? Yeah. You put that all through your CDs, all through your videos. Yeah, we like that. And come up with some slang. Oh, Mr. Systemic Racism, we can do that.
That's right.
Hey, boys, did you know he said he was going to produce our CDs and our videos? Oh, yeah. So they went back to the drawing board like a bunch of dummies and came up with a new slang word. I can't get over this slang word, Mark.
What's that?
Spray the block.
Uh-oh.
Spray the block. Ooh. I thought, well, they're being nice. They're going to go out and water the neighbor's grass. Someone might come and water my grass. Spray the block. That is not what it means. Not at all. They are encouraging the young boys in the hood to go out and shoot, kill, get a gun. Anybody you see on the block, it don't matter. Just shoot everybody. Kill them. And you know what? We now not only have our young black men being shot in the back, we have young women being shot too. Back, front, they don't care. They even said one young black woman hung herself in a jail cell. That's hard to believe, but anyway, that's the propaganda, plenty of that. Recently, 2-year-old was killed. A 9-year-old was killed. What's going on?
Well, I think the biggest thing, that's why my movement is Are You Tired of Racism?
Oh.
Because I think the biggest thing we got to understand is all of this is socialization. Racism is a social structure, and its aim is to divide and conquer. And they've been doing quite a job of dividing black people, and in turn, we end up conquering one another. So we got to understand really what we up against. These things don't happen by happenstance. They see what's going on out here. Most of these folks with the rap music and the hip hop, they say, look, I'm just regurgitating what I see. But it ain't like these conditions didn't exist in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s. But people were looking to see, look, we going to show and project a better world.
Right.
And that's the difference. We went back and we went backwards and decided we'll just project what we see, and what we see ain't nothing, and the world is a mess, and the slums, and the poverty, and the anger, and the death, and the drug sales. So eventually, you don't feel like you have any hope. You're like, man, what do I have to live for?
Propaganda working.
It's
Propaganda working. It is working. Why can't you sing about how you want the future to be? Why can't you rap about a better world, a better community, a better life?
You start rapping about some of these inventors in this Afro-Mations book. I brought the book this week.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. All right.
Teach some of these kids our greatness.
Absolutely. and you know they just don't seem to understand that things that have been invented, many, did I say many? Many of them have been invented and created by black people.
That's right.
Oh, you didn't know that? The traffic light? You didn't know that? Who invented the traffic light? You didn't know when all the little blonde-haired, blue-eyed bunnies were on the floor on Capitol Hill. When Bubba and his gang came up to Capitol Hill, wanted to break in. They wanted to hang the vice president, Pence. Isn't that something? They all claimed to be Republicans, and they wanted to kill one of their own Republicans.
Oh, my goodness. You saw him speaking of something that Ralph Reed had put on. You know, Ralph Reed is real big with the ecumenical community, the white evangelists. And they booed Pence. We don't hear that crap.
You mean the Christians booed Pence?
They
Oh,
booed
my. Yeah, and they had a noose on Capitol Hill. They were actually saying they were planning to kill him. And today they're trying to act like nothing happened. 5 people dead. 5 people murdered. And they want to act like, oh, nothing happened. What are you talking about? Nothing happened. But getting back to the little blonde-haired, blue-eyed bunnies that were on the floor under the table, scared. One of the security persons said, reach under your chair, get your gas mask. Reach under your chair, put your gas mask on. They didn't know what was going to happen. Reach under the chair. Did you know that a black man invented the gas mask? His name was Garrett Morgan. How about that?
There you go.
He invented the gas mask. Many other things. The ironing board was invented by a black man. The ironing board. I mean, something as simple as that.
Yeah,
Vinegar was invented by a black man. You know? So many things that you use daily. You have so much to be proud of.
So much.
And, you know, everything that can be invented has not been invented.
Exactly.
As strange as that may sound, everything that can be invented has not been invented.
That's right. That's right. And you know, when I was in school, Benjamin Banneker, everybody learned about Benjamin Banneker.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know, he
was a strategist.
I mean, the Big Ben clock over there in London is named after Benjamin Banneker. I don't even think people realize that. This man, when it came to building clocks, oh my God, incredible.
Yes.
Incredible.
And he laid out Washington, D.C.
That's right.
It was a battle strategy. And you want to talk about getting turned around. If you don't know the landscape of Washington, D.C., you just get turned around.
And you know, I mention him because when you have somebody that you can look to as a mentor or somebody you can look to and say, hey, I want to be like that person. Yes. You end up with a gentleman named Archie Alfonso Alexander.
Archie Alfonso Alexander.
Yes, this brother was born on May the 14th, 1888 in Iowa, of all places. Folks.
Iowa. How they get way out there?
Had a B.S. in civil engineering from Iowa University in 1912. Okay, he became a designer for a company called Marsh Engineering. This is a black man, folks. And he helped to design and build the Tidal Basin Bridge as well as the K Street Freeway in Washington, D.C.
Wow.
And he co-founded his own general contracting business called Alexander and Higby, specializing in the design and construction of steel bridges, highways, and municipal power and sewer plants.
Wow.
You can't tell me we can't do all of this stuff.
Triple A. Those are his initials. Triple A.
Triple A, baby. We have the capacity to do whatever we want to do. And this racism, I'm telling white folks right now, let's grow up. I mean, this world, America in and of itself. Just imagine if they allowed all this greatness to flourish. It wouldn't even be no battle about voting rights and all this other stuff.
Right.
Because we would already be inculcated in society.
Exactly.
We wouldn't be singing songs about killing one another and all this old foolishness. We would be so far along. People would be trying to get a job with our companies.
Amen.
Okay.
And you know, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the whites were going into Greenwood, that neighborhood, because they had banks. They were going to their banks. They had a hotel. They had just you name it. Whatever you needed for a neighborhood community, they had it. And the whites recognized the quality of life in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But then Bubba said, wait a minute. My cousin can't be going over there to Greenwood and working with them, you know, them ends. Oh, no, we got to stop this. Stop this. And you also need to know that the first bombing in the United States of America was not the Trade Center. It was not. The first bombing from the air, from the airplanes, was over Tulsa, Oklahoma. And, you know, they also said that the government was involved in that. I'm like,
And you know, it's funny because you talked about the music in Motown earlier.
Yes.
Well, a lot of people don't realize the Gap Band, they're from Oklahoma. And the
Oklahoma.
initials for the Gap Band are the 3 streets from the Greenwood. One of them was Greenwood. I forgot I think Preston was another name. And this is one that starts with an A. And the song, You Dropped the Bomb on Me, was really about
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
People don't understand. We would make music to send out signals back then. You know, a little bit under the, because white folks, they forgot all about Wall Street. They wanted to forget about it. But these guys was telling us a story back in 1980, letting us know, hey, we got a community they dropped a bomb on. You know, baby. Okay, listen.
History.
This is what we got to get back to, making music that tells a story, but they ain't got to know exactly what you're telling. You just got to do a little investigating.
And you know, there was a lady who was interviewed. She's 107 years old. 107 years old. And a relative of hers lives right here in the city of Detroit.
Really? I didn't know that.
And she's a friend of mine. Her name is Claire. She's a friend of mine.
Look at that.
Yes.
Broughton.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, connected to quite a few people across the diaspora. Look at that. We got a call. You got them early in the morning. You got them going now. Talking about that Tulsa.
Yes.
Let's see. We got line 3 going. Let's see who we got on line 3.
Tim, can you cut the fan, please?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Good morning. You're on the air feedback of Hood Research Production with Miss Theo Broughton
and Mark Cummings.
How you doing this morning? Who we talking with?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, you talking to James Ford.
Hi, James Ford. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, real talk.
Thank you.
Real talk news here. I just want to mention here that about voting. I mean, it kind of propels me to say this. We got to engage the youth. Right now, talking about the upcoming election. I'm talking about the local and national. Because it can affect police reform, any type of reparations that we're trying to get, COVID relief, any type of fair housing, George Floyd situation, and everything. And it can overturn anything that Biden has going it's trying to straighten out or fix. So we got to start engaging the youth. The youth. Now, the other thing is that I got some Real Talk News. You can pick up the Real Talk newsletter
Forgot to bring.
over on 7 Mile and Myers
Uh-huh.
at RNL Printing,
Mm-hmm.
or you can go on the east side at Harper and Lockmore and Third Speed. Or you can email me at realgoodpresident44@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you that information one more time, and then I'm going to let the other callers come in. You can go pick up the newsletter, which features Dead People Can't Talk at RNL Printing at 7 Mile and Myers,
Mm-hmm.
Third Speedy at Harper and Lockmore, or you can email me at realgoodpresident44@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Start engaging these youth about voting in this next election, because it can overturn everything. Thank you very much, Theo.
You're welcome.
Well,
You're
you know,
welcome.
Brother James, I'm putting out your Real Talks as well. You know, I drop off a few over there at Oak Liquor, over there on 8 Mile and Schaefer, because that's a spot where everybody go to play their lottery numbers.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sure, and they pick them up, because I noticed they disappear right off the side of the.
They do.
Yes. So
They really go. And the thing is, it's free advertising.
Mm-hmm.
They can advertise on the back free, and that's the main thing about it. But it's for everybody. Thank you guys very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Talk to you later.
yes,
welcome.
indeed. All right.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye-bye.
He also, speaking of the election taking place, the syndicated media, and I refer to CBS, NBC, ABC, DIV, and all of that,
Yes.
as a syndicated media 247. The syndicated media has a little trick going on. They are supportive of the current mayor, and they do not cover any of the press conferences or press releases by any of the other candidates campaigning for the various offices, be it mayor, council, clerk, etc.
Timmy Tim said we coming up on the break. We got
Okay.
about 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
We rolled right through that first 30 minutes. We were a little
all right.
behind,
Well,
but we was moving.
first 30 seconds, next 30 seconds. Call somebody. Tell them to turn on WHPR and download an app, WHPR TV Now. WHPR TV NOW. And we will be back momentarily.
Indeed.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
This is Theo Broden from Feedback. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at WHPR TV Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Hey there, it's me, Butter, with my new book, The Many Adventures of These Nuts. Let's be nuts about our health. Join me and my friends, Wally Walnut, Almond Cruz, Pumpkin Spice, Tika Cheminsky, Morgan Raisin, and Hallie Cranberry, here with rhythm and song to share a fun way to stay safe and healthy. So together we can all be nuts about our health. Ebook available now on Amazon, or get a hardcover copy at www.thesenutstrailmix.com. That's nuts with a Z.
This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman. I am here to address all of your complaints and concerns. If you need assistance regarding city services, please contact my office at 313-224-6000 or contact us via email at ombudsman@detroitmi.gov. This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman.
I'm James Ford, founder of the Obama Weekend and a partner of the Hood Research Team. composed of the knowledgeable Theo Broden, the super analyst Henry, and the colorful Al Martin. This team discusses politics, seen and not seen, at the national, state, and local level. But to enhance the goals of this team, join or donate to Hood Research by visiting Twitter or Facebook, or visit hoodresearch.org, or call 248-234-2371. You can also join Hood Research on Phonecast every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by calling 978-990-5000. Access code 338729. Thank you very much.
Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. Be seen on WHPR Detroit Live, Comcast Cable Channel 91, on the web at TV33WHPR.com, with the TV33 app, on Roku, Google TV, Apple TV, and on Amazon Fire TV. Act now. Time slots are limited. Sign up today and get a free replay with the purchase of your time slot. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
Last year we played with no fans, just quiet, empty stands.
It wasn't the same. We want you all in the game.
So step up to the plate and make sure you're safe.
Wanna take a swing at COVID-19?
Get your vaccine.
The COVID vaccine is safe and effective, and it's available now.
How you see the world is everything.
Oh my God, girl, you take all day.
Oh, hi.
How you doing, Luna?
The people you trust.
Hey, how are you? Stay safe. Let's go.
Your community.
You rolling with the pain today.
I'm gonna show you how it's done, Pain. In the best and the worst times.
Away from me!
Ma'am, stop!
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien.
I see myself
Gracias.
in the people I serve.
Hi.
Officer Luna, Officer Luna.
Sweet.
Girl, you know you can do my job, right?
This program is brought to you by Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn attacks and reduces belly fat. Get yours today. 313-868-6612.
Be part of the biggest citywide community service day in the nation, right here in Detroit. The 15th annual Arise Detroit Neighborhoods Day, Saturday, August 7th, and neighborhoods all over the city. Be part of the Stay Safe, Creating Your Space campaign. Register your church, community group, or block club today. Have your volunteers vaccinated and wear face masks. Host small outside events, such as school supply giveaways and small beautification projects. Register at www.arisedetroit.org or phone 313-921-1955.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinga,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV. Watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback. And take us along with you. And we are back. Thank you so much for staying tuned to Feedback, a positive image production by Hood Research. And I want to let you know that on Saturdays, because so many people were telling us that they had cabin fever, they were depressed, they were mad because they couldn't go here or there. They were bored because they had watched as much as they intended to on cable or regular TV. So on Saturdays, we started having an afternoon with Hood Research, and you can join us anytime. You just dial 1-978-990-5000. And the access code is 338729. Press the pound key. Some people call it hashtag. Some people call it tic-tac-toe. Whatever you call it, press it. And you can join us on Saturday afternoon. We really have some interesting conversations, and guests and candidates are welcome. They call in and share their platforms, and people have an opportunity to ask questions of them, and it works out to be really cool, you know.
And even though it's a 4-hour phone call, folks, people jump in, jump out, come back in, and by the end of the day, nobody wants to get off the call. They're just asking more questions and bringing up more subjects.
They want to stay on.
It's been a few calls that have gone over to about 6:30.
Yeah. But it is fun, and people are getting together and just talking about better ways of life. Better ways of life. That's what we want to talk about.
And it's just good to, just talk amongst friends. And I'm letting people know, Hood Research, you guys don't understand. They've got quite a membership. And it's just not local. Okay, it's a national, even an international membership.
Yeah.
You got people all over the world that are familiar with Hood Research and that are familiar with Theo Broughton and Reggie Crawford. And they've done great work for a long time. So, I mean, if you got people out there doing things and they're a part of the community, go get in on a phone call. We might even have you down here for the show. Then, talk to the people.
Absolutely.
Because we always talking about we don't get the information out. Well, that's what we're doing right now, getting the information out.
That's right. That's right. What other affirmations do you have?
Yes, indeed. Well, you know what, folks, and I'm going to be honest with you. This affirmation book, I'm going to tell you how valuable this book is. I bought way back in like 97. When he first started making these, they were in like a ring binder type of thing. And I went online because they don't make them anymore.
Oh.
And now they do have the bound ones, though. This is the bound one. It's like a book, regular book. But the ones with the ring binder cost $917 online.
$917?
Yes. That means they're collector's items, people.
Yes, $917.
And I got one of them, all right?
Yay!
So I
wow.
did purchase the book. The books are still like about $20. So you can go online and grab one of these affirmations. But I think every household should have one. Right. And Brother Michael Woods, you did an incredible job with this here. Every day of the year, including the leap years, 366 days of African American history, and there's always something. So we were going over today's date, Miss Theo Broughton. And
June 21st, 2021.
I'm like embarrassed because I went to school for journalism at Howard University. And they never mentioned this brother here. His name is Timothy Thomas Fortune.
Timothy Thomas Fortune.
Yes, and he a freelance writer like myself.
Timothy Thomas Fortune.
He was born 1856. Born into slavery now, mind you, folks.
1856.
He was known as the Dean of African American Journalists. How about that? How about that? There's some of y'all out there that might be familiar with this name, but if you're not and you're in the right niche, look him up. Timothy Thomas Fortune. Best known as the most militant and articulate race spokesman in the North.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. And he went to Howard University, people.
Wow.
He learned the printer's trade. He worked for a magazine called The People's Advocate in Washington, D.C. Then he moved to New York City in 1879. And he worked for a weekly tabloid called The Rumor. And he became the editor of the New York Globe in 1881 to 1884, and he founded his own paper called the New York Freeman, later changed to the New York Age from 1884 to 1907, in which he condemned racial discrimination and demanded full equality for African American citizens through his militant editorials.
Wow.
So, folks, you can't tell me that writing don't hit the soul.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they say the pen is greater than the sword.
Thomas
We got to get back to getting these writers out here, and I want to see more and more young writers out there that's into getting the information out. That's why Brother James Ford just called in. He writes a lot, and that's what that is, a newsletter, people. And you can look it up online. You know, he told you the information.
Right.
And let's see what's going on out there.
Absolutely.
And then on this day in history, let's see what happened. Carl Stokes of Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
He was born on this day, which of course is the first African-American mayor of a major U.S. city. A lot of people think Coleman Young was the first, but Carl Stokes in Cleveland was the first. Born in 1927. And here's one for you. Dynamite, people!
Oh, no.
Jimmy Walker was born on this day.
Oh,
we
wow.
all remember Key
June
Dynamite.
21st,
Yes, indeed,
June
from
21st.
Good Times.
Oh, my
They
goodness.
called him the Black Prince of Comedy. I didn't know that. He was born in the Bronx, New York. In 1947.
Well, you know, the gentleman who played his father in that sitcom
Oh, yeah.
was trying to get the producer to come up with some positive
portrayals.
Yes,
Okay.
some positive stories. You can still have a sitcom and be more how would you say, more respectful,
Right.
as opposed to just simple, or silly. And that's one of the main reasons they wrote him out of the show.
Right. He was the father.
Yeah,
James
and he wanted something more respectful. Cause see, the youngest son was supposed to be a brain. He was going to go to college, but
Michael Evans.
And they wanted to emphasize more of his intelligence.
Right.
But what they did was they focused on JJ and his stupidity.
Right. Yeah, they did. And that's what, unfortunately, that's what sells.
Yeah.
It's silliness. And,
buffoonery.
Yes.
And just like if you really sit and think about it, how they just dismantled the respect for our people worldwide. Worldwide, they had respect for us because of those young ambassadors that went around the world.
That's right.
So now I tend to think that I hadn't thought about this until right now. The various shows that featured black actors.
Right.
And the years in which they were introduced to the community, and the bent of the show. Was it about silly, stupid stuff, or did it, make sense? The one Touched by an Angel, they had not Ursula Walsh. She's from Detroit. She was a singer. Oh goodness.
Oh, you talking about Della Reese?
Della Reese, right? She was the main character,
right,
in that show. It was on for 9 years, but I am thinking that it was after the Motown issue, so they put little sprinkling of black intelligence for us, but the rest of it just stupid. And now they have just gone off the wall with what they're supporting now. I'm talking about those who are a part of the systemic racist activities in this country.
And we got to be able to identify it.
You're right.
Because they make movies. They made a movie with Chris Rock and I forgot that Hispanic sister's name. But anyway, the gist of it was they were arguing at the beginning that movies are just for entertainment. And Chris Rock was saying, well, you know, sometimes they try to get a message across. But if you think about it, all the time they try to get a message across. Because Hollywood was started by some Jewish guys, and the idea was to change the image of Jews in America.
Right.
That's why they started Hollywood. So they would make these short films, and they would portray Jews in a different light than most people thought.
And a lot of them dropped that last part of their name.
Exactly.
So you wouldn't know they were Jews.
Exactly. And I mean, let's just think, one of the birth of a nation. Oh God, that entire movie was made to what? To denigrate black people, and especially the black man. And I mean, it's just, we got to understand that the movie is just not entertainment. Music is just not entertainment. All of this stuff has a goal. And once you understand and you can recognize, okay, something ain't right about this, then you can say, I'm not going to be, shall we say, I'm not going to have my mind manipulated by this foolishness. And I'm greater than that.
Right.
That's why I read more, because reading allows you to just mellow out, Miss Broden. I get in my room, I lay down, prop my head up on a nice pillow, and open the book and go to it.
Yes.
And before you know it, you can burn through 100 pages in a couple of hours. I've read books in 2 days. So I mean, people out there, it's good to flip through the little Facebook and all of that stuff.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. We got to get past that and get back to feeding our minds, because we could go to another place, and be better. We can be better.
Oh yes.
We can be better, and that's your slogan. That's the Hood Research slogan. You do better
if you knew better. All right. I
love Hood Research, folks. Get on in here, get a membership, be a part of something that's great. It's important. I mean, getting up every Monday, Miss Broden does this show. She giving you everything she got. Her heart, her mind, her soul. She loves her people. And she wants to see you guys doing more and being better and coming together and building up businesses. You had the Black Business Caravan a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, that was so much fun. It really was. It definitely, I gotta say.
I heard you guys talk about Lynette's the other day.
Did it? Oh yes, I had to lift him up. For somebody who runs a business, and that's a real commitment, because it is work. It really is. But to run a business successfully is very satisfying, and the people who do that don't mind doing it. But Attorney Todd Perkins lost his wife to lupus. And everything above operating expenses gets donated to the lupus research.
Wow. And for you sisters out there, that's an ailment and disease that most black women get, that lupus. It's a serious disease.
It is. And for him to stay committed. His wife died, I think, approximately 3 years ago. And for him to be, committed the way he is very commendable. And that was why when I started out this morning talking about our men and how we have good men and good fathers, and you have to believe that, you have to talk about that, pray for that, encourage them, and let other people know. And don't fall for the propaganda.
No.
That's all it is. It's propaganda.
It is.
And that's put out to brainwash people. And it's really interesting with this Hollywood that you were mentioning, and I think about George Burns as an example, a Jew, and he dropped the ending of his name so people would not know. And then we
Tony
had
Curtis.
and then we had Hispanics do the same thing. Anthony Quinn, that's Mexican, and this other guy, Fernando Lomas. Lamas, yeah. Lauren Bacall,
Wow.
a Jew.
How about that?
Changed her name.
How about that? Who would have even thought Lauren Bacall?
Right, and I guess that's where they get the idea, Hollywood names.
Mm-hmm.
There are more performers today who are using their own God-given name, parent-given name, however you want to describe it, and they are not ashamed. They're not, pretending to be something they're not, and they use their own name. So, anyway, that was a Hollywood trick that was going on at that time. But this history, our history in the black community, and the kind of information that you're sharing, it should just wake folks up,
And you got to see the bigger picture, Miss Bro. I think that's the important part of her research. If people understood how powerful Motown was, and how we really couldn't afford to lose it as a part of American society. And unfortunately, we didn't see. I mean, I get it, music and money and all of that stuff. But could you imagine if Michael Jackson's Thriller had been on the Motown label instead of Columbia?
Oh, yeah.
Come on now. I mean, I know he moved from Motown, and the Jacksons moved from Motown, and they moved on, and CBS Records and all that other stuff. And then they had the battle, and Michael Jackson moved on to Columbia and all that. But the whole thing is, just imagine, because you're trying to build something for a community. That's what that Motown was about.
Right.
Because when black folks wanted some work, they'd go down to Motown. You got any work for me? If it was nothing else, can I at least be a janitor to be close to these folks? Because you look at that Motown 25 documentary, and I mean, Holland, Dozier, and Holland.
Right.
People that came out of Motown, the talent,
and
not just the singers, the writers.
You were talking about people supporting WHPR.
Exactly.
And that is something that they should do. But in the meantime, the support for black entertainment came from WCHB.
Exactly.
WCHB. That's right. And the two owners got together and worked out the plan. The radio would promote the music. The teenagers would, oh, what do I hear?
Right.
Hey, look, oh my goodness, did you hear that, Barbara? Hey, turn on 1200. What? Yeah, turn on 1200. And they'd hear all this good music, and then they'd call another friend. Damn, Barbara, did you know about 1200? And they would pass the word all around the community.
That's right.
And that is what worked very, very seriously to build Motown.
That's right.
Was the publicity. Publicity is important.
It is.
And they used that to build Motown, and they were just off to see the wizard. It was so wonderful. It really was.
And I mean, a worldwide phenomenon. To this day, you get these singers from over here on Europe and Australia, and they're like, I listen to Motown. And that was my impetus for even getting into singing. That's powerful, people. It's powerful.
Yes, absolutely.
And I mean, when you use it properly, because even with the rap, I mean, you got a lot of countries in the rap, they say, rap. I was inspired by a lot of rap music. But some of this stuff they sending over there now, people not inspired by that type of stuff.
No.
People are inspired by stuff that like Fight the Power, which was actually Isley Brothers song. That they redid.
But the lyrics of today,
oh my goodness,
that just causes people of all nationalities to look down on the black race.
Yes.
That's what it does.
It's tragic.
It is. It is.
Because what are you kids?
And I don't have a problem with the style of rap. I can rap, but
yes, indeed.
however, the kind of lyrics is what just, and somebody pulls up to you at a traffic light, and they pull up to you, and they have it so loud, you're just shaking in your own car. I was like, and you don't want to hear that.
All that cussing.
No.
N-word this, N-word that.
Right. And then I feel sorry for the little ones in there with them.
Exposed to that, right.
Because not only are they hearing negative lyrics and learning that, their eardrums are being assaulted. Assaulted. And as people get older, they start, what you say? What? I can't hear you. And they go deaf. And they don't realize that is what caused them to go deaf.
It's permanent.
Right.
Once it's gone, you can't get it back. You're going to have a hearing aid or something.
Yes. But the driver is just so busy blasting and trying to let the whole neighborhood hear what he's playing. It doesn't even dawn on him that I'm destroying the hearing of my children.
Oh, boy.
And their own hearing, for that matter. I'm like, how crazy can you be? And then later on, they're like, huh? I don't know what you said. Yeah, right.
Oh, my God. Tim said we got 2 minutes to the
Oh, my goodness.
Time just flying today.
I know, especially when you're having fun.
Yes, indeed.
Well, for those of you who are tuned in, you can call a friend or someone and tell them to tune in. Well, we're streaming too, by the way, on Facebook.
That's right.
Tell them to tune in for the last half hour of the show.
Yes,
now,
indeed.
Guess what? We will be back after these messages.
Alrighty.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
Hi, this is Thabiti Mpinda from the Feedback Program. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on WHPR TV Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern.
This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman. I am here to address all of your complaints and concerns. If you need assistance regarding city services, please contact my office at 313-224-6000 or contact us via email at ombudsman@detroitmi.gov. This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman.
I'm James Ford, founder of the Obama Weekend, and a partner of the Hood Research Team, composed of the knowledgeable Theo Broden, the super analyst Henry, and the colorful Al Martin. This team discusses politics, seen and not seen, at the national, state, and local level. But to enhance the goals of this team, join or donate to Hood Research by visiting Twitter or Facebook, or visit hoodresearch.org, or call 248-234-2371. You can also join Hood Research on Phonecast every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by calling 978-990-5000, access code 338729. Thank you very much.
Hey there, it's me, Butter, with my new book, The Many Adventures of These Nuts. Let's be nuts about our health. Join me and my friends, Wally Walnut, Almond Cruz, Pumpkin Spice, Chica Cheminsky, Morgan Raisin, and Hallie Cranberry, here with rhythm and song to share a fun way to stay safe and healthy. So together we can all be nuts about our health. Ebook available now on Amazon, or get a hardcover copy at www.thesenutstrailmix.com. That's nuts with a Z.
How you see the world is everything.
Oh my God, girl, you take all day.
Oh, hush.
How you doing, Luna?
The people you trust,
Stay safe. Go.
your community,
You rolling with the pain today.
I'm gonna show you how it's done, Pain.
in the best and the worst times.
Wait for me.
Ma'am, stop! Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien.
I see myself
Gracias.
in the people I serve.
Hi.
Officer Luna, Officer Luna.
Sweet. Girl, you know you can do my job, right?
Last year we played with no fans, just quiet, empty stands.
It wasn't the same. We want you all in the game.
So step up to the plate and make sure you're safe.
Wanna take a swing at COVID-19?
Get your vaccine.
The COVID vaccine is safe and effective, and it's available now.
WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
FM 88.1 WHPR. Highland Park. WVIE 107.3 FM Charlotte, Amalia, Virgin Islands.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinga,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV. Watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback.
Along with you. Yes. Take us along with you. You can download an app, and that's WHPR TV NOW. WHPR TV NOW. WHPR TV Now. That's an app that you can download, and you can take us along with you. You know, this book that you have is very valuable and sought after, and like you were saying, every home in our community should have one.
That's right.
And you know,
Right there for everybody to see.
it is, you know, it is just so much information that we don't know about our people, the things that they have accomplished, the kinds of products that they are responsible for bringing to fruition.
That's right.
You know, there are so many of them. And what was it, refrigeration or something about the motor vehicle, the
Refrigeration, lawnmowers, you name it. We done had our hands in a little bit of everything.
the baby carriage, that was another one.
My goodness.
Right, there are so many items. And just to learn about that and share the information.
You know, I know
Share
we have Black
the
History
information.
courses. 'Cause, I mean, I took Black History courses at Howard. But I think we should have some Black inventor courses. You know, just to teach these people how much we are a part of their everyday lives. You know? 'Cause reading this book, I found out so much, folks. It's just amazing how much everyday life is impacted by something that either we discovered, invented, or enhanced. Because we will enhance
right.
stuff.
That's right. You're absolutely right. And they were working, our people, and it works like this. Bubba and Billy Bob was sitting under the magnolia tree, sipping on a mint julep, watching the enslaved Africans, and they were working, and they were working. And all of a sudden they say, you know what? We can do this better if we just do it like this. I said, hey, you're right. That was an invention, an improvement, creation right then. You know? But all the while, Bubba and Billy Bob sitting under the magnolia tree, not inventing anything. Just wetting their whistle with a mint julep. You know? They didn't want to be in the sun. That's why they were sitting under the magnolia tree. Pitiful, pitiful, pitiful.
Bro, you got me laughing here because I'm laughing because I'm thinking of a comedian named Lavelle Crawford, for folks out there might know. He did a skit here recently, and he talked about them cats conspiring to do the January 6th thing.
Oh, no.
That's exactly what he said. He got Billy Bob and they
Bubba.
They was like, look, man, we ain't having it. He had me down. He talked about the guy with the horns on his head. And oh, my God. You had some real characters down there. And what you realize is, look, white folks, let's just be honest. And I brought my book, White Rage. But let's just be honest. This foolishness has never ceased. It's this whole Civil War, Confederacy mentality. And it's just eating through America. Because really, the good white people don't know how to stand up to these folks.
Right.
That's really the problem.
And they're having a traumatic experience at this time.
Yes.
They could not believe that someone who looked like them could actually do what was done on January the 6th, when so many of them marched up to the Capitol and had nerve to have two gallows, two hanging noose. Not for black people.
Oh, my goodness.
They had one for Pence, the vice president under Donald Trump. And they had another one for Nancy Pelosi.
I'm trying not to laugh.
They're actually going to hang their own people. Yeah, Bubba, we're going to really do this. Now, come on now.
Oh, my
You know
goodness.
we're going to carry this gallows up there. We're going to set it up. We're going to be ready for them. And then somebody said the day before, there were some red shirts and some mega hats. They were touring the Capitol. They were trying to figure out where to go. Well, Bubba said, well, I don't know. Should we go this way? Should we go left? Well, I don't know where Pence's office is.
Oh, my
well,
God.
let's try this one. Tried the door down. Door was like, oh, damn. Well, let's go down here. Well, the congressman didn't know where to go.
Bro, you too
So I
funny.
said, well, the next day, time, we got to go now. And do you know that the president said that he was going to walk down there with us? Little did they know.
He wasn't
Donald
trying.
Trump said, I ain't going down there with you crazy folks.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going in the White House. I'm going to sit down,
I'ma
put
relax.
my feet up, and watch y'all on TV. Carry this through, because I know that I studied Jim Jones real good, you know. I really studied Jim Jones, and I know, and the Pied Piper, well, Jim Jones was more recent than the Pied Piper. But nevertheless, if I tell a lie long enough, do you know them bimbos will believe it? Yeah, they would. Yes, they
And
would.
it just got out of hand because what the funny part, my man says, they was crawling up the walls, but the steps was
right there. Oh, God.
Man, I tell you, these folks that lost their minds, people.
Absolutely. And they have nerve to continue trying to tell this same story. And did you know, come August, Billy Bob and Bubba said, did you know we're going to march here and ride down Pennsylvania Avenue and right into the White House and sit him in the Oval Office. That's where he belongs, in the Oval Office. Well, but until August, hey, Bubba, let's go sit under the magnolia tree and sip on mint juleps.
'Cause we know
and
what's
wait
right.
and wait till August.
Because, I mean, let's just be honest, bro. Black folks know what's right. Universal health care. That's right. A living wage.
That's
right. Okay. Education invested in that your kids can use to move forward in life. That's right.
Reestablishing Benjamin Davis Aerospace right here in the city of Detroit, right at the city airport, now called the Coleman Young International Airport. That's where it was. Our young people are so intelligent, and according to Lieutenant Colonel Milben, over the next 10 years, the industry, airlines.
Airline industry.
They're going to need 1 million pilots, airplane engine mechanics,
Everything.
you know. And so we need that school reestablished right over there on the airport.
And we can fly a
grounds.
plane just like anybody else.
And have been.
And have been.
And you know what? We need to have some of the retired pilots, African American retired pilots.
And we got to find one, have them on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and if you out there and know a retired pilot, what's the number to the research, Ms. Brown?
Area code 248-234-2371. Again, area code 248-234-2371. And let us know.
That's right, because we need to get you in because American Airlines, like we were talking this morning, they had this cut this schedule because they allowed too many pilots to retire during the pandemic. Now they can't catch up because it's not like it's a huge pipeline of pilots just out there waiting for work. Okay. I mean, that's a serious job, and it takes time to learn how to fly a plane.
Experience. Just like the pilot who landed on the Hudson River. Whew, it was a bad mama jamma.
Sully Sullenberger.
Yes,
indeed.
Oh, yes. Everyone was saved.
Because you got to know what you're doing when you getting up there in that plane, and you got 200 or 300 lives depending on you to know what you're doing.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And we need to have some of our young people in that industry. You know, when you talk about writing letters, writing notes, doing emails even, you need to contact the superintendent, Superintendent Vitti at the Detroit Public School System, and tell him you want Benjamin Davis Aerospace reestablished.
All right.
Benjamin Davis Aerospace reestablished.
So that building over there just sitting empty now, huh? That school.
Well, they were teaching avionics to the students, and then, of course, when the pandemic gripped the world by the throat, all of these classrooms and buildings and businesses had to be shut down for the the health of everybody around the world. However, they are getting situated so that they can start it up again. Yes. The governor said July 1st, but then last week she came out and said, well, why wait till July 1st? You can go ahead now, remove your mask if you want, and patronize businesses. So that's where we stand with that. But it's hatred, once again, systemic hatred that shut the school down in the first place. And we have the fire department there, training or something they do, and it doesn't have to be there. So
they're using it for something else.
Yes, and there had been no effort to find a legitimate place for Benjamin Davis Aerospace. They claim they moved it over to Golightly. There is no way that you can teach that and Golightly because the school is in the middle of a senior neighborhood.
Right.
Can you imagine? You you turn on one of those airplane engines, you'll scare the folks over there to death. So anyway, a postcard, a call, a letter, an email to the superintendent to let him know. And he just got a raise. They tell me now he makes about $500,000 a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, folks.
So,
who you put in charge means something.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of that, the charter revisions, we're expecting to be on the ballot, and I expect to vote yes for the charter with its changes. And if there's something in the charter that you don't like, you can get petition signatures and put an amendment on the ballot to change it. But to keep the whole ballot from being voted on August the 3rd is election day. However, applications have gone out, and you can request an application, but you have to fill out the application and request a ballot. You have to fill out the application and request the ballot. That's the process. Now, the telephone number at the election office, which is 2978 West Grand Boulevard, is 313-876-0190. That's 876-0190.
All right, folks, get involved. We just had James Ford call earlier about voting.
That's right.
And, you know, if you're a senior citizen, or even if you got kids and you vote, take them with you when they're young. That's what I did. When I was young, I took my children down. I became a precinct delegate because of Miss Theo Broden. And I would take my kid when I was running for precinct delegate. You know, I had them passing out the flyers for me. We was going door to door. And now, you know, my son, he got involved in politics and things, but you never know what it'll lead to, you know. Not just voting, but want to be a part of the community and becoming a community activist.
That's right. That's right.
So, folks, I mean, you know, it's deeper than just the voting part. It's about your life, about your friend's life, your family's life. All of this is, I mean, our entire lives are, I mean, truly impacted by government and laws.
And to learn the process and to learn how to use the process.
That's right.
For the benefit of the community. You have to get involved. You need to attend some of the meetings. And currently, most of the meetings, if not all, are being held on the telephone. On the telephone. You don't have to leave your house. You don't have to leave your easy chair. You don't have to leave your backyard hammock. Hammock was invented in Africa, by the way.
How about that?
You don't have to leave your bed. Just have your trusty little telephone.
Because when you get involved,
it's so easy.
You get Juneteenth.
That's right.
There it is. I mean,
exactly.
And shout out to Damone Petty out there. Somebody listening know that brother. We got to get him down because I would go to the Juneteenth celebrations every year. You'd have it at that park over there off of Conner, there off of Jefferson. And I forgot the name of the park. But I would go out, you know, I set up a stand, sell my books and things. But people have been celebrating Juneteenth for a long time. Not just on the South, not just in Texas, but all over America. Matter of fact, I met some people down in one of the only cities that's incorporated by black folks, Eatonville, Florida. It's right outside of Orlando. And that's where Zora Neale Hurston was born, by the way.
Neale Hurston.
Yes, Zora Neale Hurston.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
indeed. And our eyes were watching God for you folks out there who don't remember the author. But they have a celebration every year down there in Eatonville, Florida for Juneteenth. And I just happened to be down there one time during the celebration. And they got their own post office. It's one of the things, you know. So, I mean, it's so much history in this country that we are part of this country. So I'm glad we now do have, even though it's symbolic, let's just be honest, but it's a federal holiday. And you don't get those every day, folks.
Right.
We got out here and we let these folks know we are part of this country. And now, every year, white folks gonna have to realize that this slavery piece is a part of this fabric of this country. And Juneteenth gonna remind them just that. Your government, vote, get involved, because your government has a lot of sway. And the people you put in charge, they have part of that sway.
Right, that's right.
Let's do this. Juneteenth, folks, it's ours now.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, what history did we have for the 19th
Let's
of
see,
June?
let's get the 19th of June in here real quick. Because I'll tell you, my mother, she from Call, Texas, which is right outside of Jasper, which we know was infamous. But nonetheless, you know, my mother would always talk about Juneteenth. And Mary Shad, another editor, a writer, she said, Juneteenth is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a celebration of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And it is a cel abolitionist and suffragist, who was the first woman in North America to publish and edit a newspaper. How about that?
And her name again?
Her name, Mary Shad Carey, folks. Because a lot of us know about Ida B. Wells.
Right,
you know.
right.
But this sister was the first woman
Mm-hmm.
in North America to publish and edit a newspaper. She was born in Wilmington, Delaware. And another Howard University, I'm telling you. My goodness. What were they teaching me up there? Wow. Lord have mercy. And of course, she moved to Canada, folks, because she was smart. And that's where she started the newspaper. That's why they say North America, called the Provincial Freeman. And you know, Freeman is always in the papers. Indeed, indeed. Good looking. Timmy Tim said we got a little love going on. And for those who don't know, Juneteenth was first celebrated in Texas in 1865. So they found out later on.
1865. Yes. Right.
Oh, boy.
1865.
And for those who might not know, there was a bus boycott in 1953. Even before the Montgomery boycott. It was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. How about that? Protesting discriminatory treatment on the buses there. So, I mean,
Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yeah, we ain't been playing. This ain't nothing new. We know how to fight the power.
A lot of things happen in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Louisiana in general.
Right.
There was, I finally came across somebody who saw this interview.
Okay.
I've shared this before. David Duke. You know who David Duke is? The Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. And it is Ku, K-U, K-L-U-X, K-L-A-N, Ku Klux Klan, not Clue. But anyway, David Duke was interviewed, and he did not care who saw him or heard him say this. That his statement was, we're going to trade in our sheets for three-piece suits, police uniforms, judges' robes, etc., etc. That's what he said. And I was surprised to find someone who remembered seeing that interview. But he certainly did. I don't know if it would be on YouTube. The information on the internet goes back real far, but I can't say that is there. But anyway, it would be good to be able to pull that up. It would also be good to pull up on YouTube the statement of Sheila Cockrell.
Okay.
They were talking about a water affordability plan, and she's like, we don't need to do anything for anybody as it relates to water. You just need to pay your water bill.
Well, how about that?
But if you can't pay your water bill, you want some water, get a bucket and go down to the Detroit River.
Oh, my goodness.
Get you some water.
She said that?
Yeah, she said that.
My goodness.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, we definitely got to find that one. Because people got to know what these folks that they call themselves leader, what they really think in their hearts. And you know, Ms. Brown, I think all these people, we need to know who they connected to. That should be some of the questions we ask when they run for office. Who you connected to? What's your family history when it comes to doing work in the community? I mean, all of this is a part of who these people are running. Because people just pop out of nowhere.
That's true.
You know, they running for office, you know.
Very.
What's your history at this? And who you connected to? Because who you connected to, they can vouch for you.
And now, you know, it is so sad what has happened at the Election Commission. There are a big number of people who have been eliminated from the ballot because they were told that their signatures were not adequate.
Oh boy.
You know,
we know about that one.
Yeah. And there have been a few people that they've told, well, you can't be on the ballot because you didn't turn in your finance statement from the last time. And there have been lawsuits. So several lawsuits that I have heard of. So in the meantime, the charter should be approved. And it's sad that people who are running for office are running up against not only the voters, but the ones who collected their petition signatures. They, you know, and they haven't gone into the clerk's office to get sworn in, and that's another thing they hold against them. And they put a lot of people off the ballot. So we don't know how all of that's going to turn out, because there are some cases that are still in court.
When you mention the signatures, Ms. Broden, I harken back to when we created that community coalition and got all them signatures to recall Dennis Archer.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, we were out there hustling. You had the Latino groups, you had the Community Coalition, Ernest Johnson, you had Hood Research, I mean, yeah, welfare, yeah, everybody had come together because we knew Archer was bad for the city of Detroit. And we got 190,000 signatures, folks, to get this guy recalled. And we took him down there to Jackie Curry, and they did exactly what is going on now. Decertifying signatures, figuring out we couldn't read all of these excuses to invalidate all of that work we did. And I think that was the beginning of them breaking up what was a powerful community grassroots movement. Because I don't think we've recovered from that, Ms. Broden. Because, I mean, all them groups, you know, some of them moved on, some of them, you know, did whatever they can and, you know, stay relevant and picked up a paycheck here and there. But the whole thing in a nutshell is they destroyed the grassroots. Because the people in charge were like, y'all not important, y'all not relevant. We'll just make y'all disappear. Folks, it's important that we really stay strong. I mean, Hood Research been around 30 years. You don't last 30 years not taking care of business. We need more people to take care of business. It's a battle. They gonna always be out here trying to stop us because they know we right. And it ain't easy being right.
Yeah.
It's not. They want to stop that.
Yes, goodness. Always some effort being put forth to stop it. But we definitely have to be involved when we find out about candidate forums on the radio, on a Zoom call, or whatever call there is available. Then you need to tap into that. Listen to the candidates. And the ones that are not favored by the media are going door to door, and they are on the social media and getting their word out, and that's important.
Well, we got about 5 more minutes to go, Ms. Broden. And as always, we bring everybody up to speed on what's going on.
Well, I definitely want them to beware of the syndicated media 24/7 and how they are favoring the current mayor, and they are not covering press releases, and they are not covering press conferences, which that's propaganda in itself, because the people in the community say, well, I don't know who else is running. I don't see them on TV. You're not going to see them on TV if the syndicated media can help it. They're not going to show them.
What they calling on the Saturday call?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I mean, folks, get in on the call.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you were telling me Hood Research got a birthday coming up soon.
Yes, in July. We were trying to decide what we should do for a celebration. We'll be 30 years old.
30
years old. Yes.
That's heavy. That's that. We're going to have some fun for that. So, folks, call Ms. Broden with some suggestions.
Yeah.
And get your birthday cards and gifts together and bring them on down to the celebration. Because we're going to have, you know, Ms. Broden always had a raffle.
Oh,
Who won the cake this time, by the way?
Hood Research. Oh, Dr. Clementine Harris. It wouldn't be Hood Research without a raffle.
That's right. and raffling off good stuff from black businesses.
Absolutely, too. You got that right. Yes,
indeed.
So we want you to take down the number for our Saturday call, which is 1-978-990-5000.
Sweet.
Again, that's area code 248-234-2371. The number for Hood Research, in case you misplace your information. Now, the telephone number for the Saturday call is 1-978-990-5000. And the access code is 338-729. Press the pound key, and you're there.
All right.
Right. But I want you to Google Hood Research. You just Google it, it pops up. We have a website. We have a Facebook page. We have Twitter, and we ask that you follow us on Twitter.
And I post the shows on my site, the Mark Cummings Show on Facebook page, just so people can see the shows, come on in and see what's happening. So, folks, the shows, going back and watching the shows, that's fun, you know, because you could go back and go to the spot you want and see what's going on, because, you know, we always got great guests on, and yeah, I'm telling you folks, this is the show. Feedback. You want to be a part of getting the feedback out. Get on feedback. I know y'all down there doing some things.
Yeah, we always say it's not necessary for you to know everything. What is necessary is for you to know how to find what you need when you need it. And we at Hood Research seek out as much information as we can to share with you. And sometimes, you know, it's feast or famine. We have guests here, or we may not have any guests, but we still have a lot of information to share with you and invite you and encourage you to call and share information with us as well.
All right.
You know, the number 868-4336, 868-0351, 868-0342.
And much love to Otis Mathis out there. He became a lifetime member. And I sat down with him, and his brother's done a lot of great work in the community, contractor and the like. And Miss Broughton, that was quite a catch there, getting Brother Otis Mathis as a lifetime member. So people, we got people as involved with this organization that's got things done, and it's just amazing how the people you can meet by becoming a member.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got 2 minutes to go, Timmy Tim say, so we in the shutdown mode.
Well, we at Hood Research seek out as much information as we can to share with you, and we invite you to share information with us to help us all make better informed decisions. Hey, what you want to say?
I just want to say that's important to make these informed decisions. You know me, I'm always bringing books, giving out gifts. If you become a member, I'll find a book in my collection to give to you, because that's what's important. I mean, let's just get in this, get in this thing, because I'm telling you. And Dr. Livingston, one of the dentists on the Woodward business cruise, he became a member, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
See, look at that. It's about that love, folks, and I'm telling you, get involved with the love.
Yeah,
that's important. Timmy Tim always holding us down. Want to thank HPR TV 33, Brother R.J. Watkins. This is a beautiful station. You've done great work, and you've done it for a long time.
That's right.
And we appreciate it.
And the BD says, if you want to be nothing, then do nothing. Problem with that is you'll never know when you're finished. So until next Monday, we wish you peace and safety, and tune in and tell others. Peace.
Peace.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinda,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV. Watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback.